This video is very important. Truck drivers need lawyers too. Now, I'm sure you guys are driving around in your trucks and you'll hear a lot of commercials if you've been hit by a truck driver, pretty much slandering us. That's how I feel. I'm like, damn, I can't, what happened to defending the truck drivers? A lot of it is not our fault. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of these four-wheelers, y'all know what's up. Y'all know what they do, acting a fool. A lot of times they want to blame it on us when it's not our fault. But they see a truck on the road and we're cash cows. So I hope this information is helpful to y'all. A lot of y'all might say that you don't need it. A lot of y'all might consider it. You can consider it if you want to, however you want. The information is here though. No matter how perfect you are on the road. And there's some drivers out there that's never been pulled over, never had a ticket, never had an accident, Good for you. Having said that, if you stay to the end, you might want to get this anyway. I'm gonna try my best to cover everything. So let's talk about Legal Shield. By the way, they're not promoting me. I'm not getting paid for nothing. They don't sponsor me. This is just information for you guys to have, maybe to consider. Aside from tickets, it could be useful for other things as well. I've used Legal Shield for other purposes. If I had any questions in regards to my home, to any situation, I could call them and I get that information for free. Well, not for free, because I pay. Let's talk about the payment. The payment is $40. It's $30 for yourself, for one person, and then it's like $15 if you want to add in your family. So if you got kids, if you got a girlfriend, if you live with your girlfriend, they'll cover her too. You gotta have proof though that you live with her, matching bills or whatever. Y'all got the same address on the bills. They will cover her. As long as you live with that person, you're covered. Your kids are covered. You don't have to live with them. They're your kids, they're covered. So with $40, everyone's covered. And this is one of the reasons why I like this plan. Now, I've been driving for 7 years. And within those 7 years, I've gotten 3 tickets. Citation tickets, I don't know. I've gotten 3 tickets. I've been pulled over 3 times. I've gotten served 3 times. The first time, and before I get into that, part of the reason why I want you guys to get this is because of a situation that happened to me. That's gonna be the situation I leave for last. So let's get into the ticket part of it. So not only is this good for for dealing with police, accidents, etc., stuff like that, it's also good for other situations. Like I said, I'll leave that last situation for the last part. I'm gonna try my best to get through this as quickly as possible. This Legal Shield information or perk to myself keeps my mind at ease. If anything happens, I feel like lawyers are like the last thing I need to worry about. Now, they cover most of the US, and some parts they don't. Again, I will get into that. So let's start. My first ticket I got was working with REFFERED Express. I hit a guardrail. I called the police. I called REFFERED. I let him know everything. The cop said he wasn't going to give me a ticket. Sure enough, he came back, gave me a ticket anyway. Asshole. And he was Spanish. I didn't think he'd do me like that. But I didn't have the Legal Shield, so I had to go to court, inconvenience myself, take a day off, go to court and handle this. So I just kept thinking, damn, and it's crazy too, because I was calling a couple of lawyers to see if they could handle it for me, and unfortunately they weren't in that Calhoun, Georgia area, so I had to take a loss. Boom, second ticket I get. It's in Indiana. Again, you guys could sit here, this is my fault. You guys could sit here and say, oh, I don't drive like that. I don't need lawyers because I drive good, this, that, and the third. Every day is not the same. Good for you, but most of us don't live like that. A lot of us get caught up with the hours. We got to go home, etc. Time, You know what it is. We're not perfect. I'm driving down, I go down a no truck road. He pulls me over. I'm like, here we go. And I thought I was good because it was super dark. And I saw the sign, but he know I was bullshitting. He said, yo, you didn't see the sign? I said, sorry, officer, you see it though, it's dark out here. I was in Indiana and it was just pitch black, like you couldn't see anything. He said, you didn't see the sign? I said, nah, man, it's super dark out here. Sit tight. I was like, damn, he gonna give it to me. Gave me the ticket for a no truck zone. At this time, I had Legal Shield. Called Legal Shield, they took care of it. I didn't hear from that ticket. I didn't hear whether it was dismissed. I didn't hear nothing. I called them later on and I said, hey, what happened to this ticket? They was like, oh, that's taken care of. I was like, but I never received anything. They was like, don't worry about it. Sure enough, I applied for jobs after that and my license was clean. That did not come up. So that was my first ticket. That was my second ticket. My third ticket, I got, sorry, some water. My third ticket, I got in South Carolina. 4 tickets, right? One Averett, this one in Indiana. The third is in South Carolina. Again, one of those days. 4 tickets within a 7-year span. I pass. I get on the third lane in South Carolina. I pass. And he pulled me over. Sure enough, pulled up. He was like, you know why I'm pulling you over? I say, the third lane. And he was like, yeah, you were speeding too. So he gave me a warning for speeding, and he gave me the citation for riding in the third lane. Called my lawyers up. Called Legal Shield. Legal Shield, handle this for me. Took care of it. I got the letter. Couple weeks later, dismissed. Cool. Third, what's that? That's the third. Fourth. The fourth is, damn, I forgot. The fourth was in Columbus, Ohio. And this is where it gets a little iffy. Sorry about that pause. The fourth was in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. I'm super tired. The fourth ticket was in Ohio. I got hazmat. And I go through Columbus. Y'all know that's a no hazmat zone. Pulls me over. What's up? What you doing here? I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, you're not supposed to be on the highway where, going through the town where hazmat. I'm like, he saw it in my face that, yo, I truly forgot. I was like, I'm sorry, officer, I truly forgot, but I'm running out of hours. I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm sorry. He was like, sit tight. Went. He was like, let me get your license and registration. I gave him everything. He went. Then he spent 5 minutes running my information. Then he came back. He said, let me get your hours of service. Got my hours of service. Went. Spent another 5 minutes. Then I go back to him, and he gets pissed. He's looking at me with that face, like, what the hell are you doing walking towards me? And I said, excuse me, officer. Are you gonna be done anytime soon? He was like he looked pissed. You doing okay? Yeah. The burrito, the big burrito. Yeah. Yeah. No mushrooms. No mushrooms. Mm-hmm. You want chicken or beef? Chicken. Chicken. Anything to drink? Lemonade. Any type of like strawberry mango, something like that. I do strawberry lemonade. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So, boom. I go to him. He pulls me over. He takes like 10 minutes running all the information, pulls me over, says, I walk to him. And I'm not walking to him because he's taking long. I just ask him, I'm like, is this going to take long? And he said, he threw his hands up. He was like, yo, I'm doing my best to try to hurry up and get you out of here. I said, no, I just want to know because I'm running out of hours. He said, how much time you got left on your clock? I said, I got about 30 minutes. He said, you know where you going? I said, I'm going to Love's. All right, go ahead, like, with a slight attitude, but he kind of felt dumb from his side because, he came at me like that. He thought I was trying to rush him. So when he comes back, he says, before I went to the truck, he told me, he said, you're gonna have to go around though. I said, like, he saw it in my face, I was tight. Like, yo, you're gonna make me go around, and I just told you I'm running out of hours. Like, I got 20, 30 minutes left. You're gonna make me go around, whatever that 285 or whatever that is in Columbus. And I got 20, 30 minutes left. And I just left pissed off. That's when I got pissed. I'm like, come on, man, you gonna do me like that? And I walked away. So when he come back, he says, I just radioed in the officers that's up ahead. You could keep going. Just don't stop. Make sure you get to where you got to get to. I was like, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I show love. I showed appreciation. Sure enough, I called Landstar. I call Legal Shield. Legal Shield handled this for me. Took care of it. Again, same procedure. Couple weeks, from time to time, you might have to pay like $150, $250, something like that. It may vary, but by any means to keep your license clean. So I think I paid like $150 or something like that. For out of those 4 tickets, I paid. Excuse me. Hold on. That was the ticket prior in South Carolina that I had paid $150. This ticket, I called the lawyers up. I called Legal Shield. I called Landstar. Let them know what happened. I called Legal Shield. I said, hey, take care of this for me. They was like, unfortunately, we don't have lawyers in the Columbus, Ohio area. I was like, yo, I thought you guys had lawyers everywhere. They was like, no, we don't cover Ohio. I was like, all right, cool. So what do we do from here? They said for $500, we could find a lawyer in that area, and you won't have to go up there. I was like, let me think about it. So I had a couple weeks to think about it. I thought about it, and I just did the math. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'll spend, let's say, $300 driving an Escalade up there, or the Camaro at the time, in fuel, plus the hotel stay. I was like, you know what? I'd rather pay the $500 and know that they're gonna take care of this for me. And I did it that way. I paid them the $500, and then the judge ruled that for like $250, I had to take care of, the ticket or whatever. So whatever, I had to pay a fine. So I paid it. Now, this is where, again, all of this is my fault. This is where it gets a bit sketchy. I'm in Tennessee, and this is why you guys really need to take care of yourself. I mean, with that, I'm down with the Second Amendment. I'll die for that. I'm in a beautiful area in Tennessee. I'm tired as hell. I see a TGI's Friday. As far as I know, it looks safe. It looks decent. I don't see anything remotely dangerous going on. It looks like a classy neighborhood. I'm like, yo, let me go get my drink on, get my swerve on. Let me go get my drink on. Let me get my swerve on. I'm tired. I owe it to myself. So I walk out the truck, and as I walk out, I see 5 dudes standing there. White, black, I don't know what other race. I saw white and black. That's all I saw. Got the hoodie on, looking real suspect. I stared them down. Not like on some, I'm looking at y'all like I want problems, but I stared them down like, I see you, just in case. And I got the pew on me, so I ain't tripping. Try something if you want. I let them know, I see you. And I walked to TGI's Friday. I had myself a drink. I come back. I got my headphones on. Big mistake. Got my headphones on, listen to the music. I'm walking to TGI's Friday. I eat my steak, have a beer or two, So as I leave, I'm walking, and I feel like somebody is following me, but I'm too into the music because I got like 2 beers in me, so I'm good. I don't really drink that much, so that did enough for me. And I turn around. Something told me to turn around, and I swear it all happened in one motion. As I turn around, there's a mother effer behind me. He throws on the hood. This guy is white. He throws on the hood. As I'm turning around, he's throwing on the hood. And as he's doing that, and I'm turning around, I quickly draw on him. And I've never seen somebody run across the street so fast in my life. This dude ran across the street and he starts walking fast. I said, yo, bro, you better not get used to doing that shit. I said, it's gonna be the last time, I promise you. You're gonna find that day where it's gonna be the last time you do that. He didn't say nothing. And this is where I recommend having retainer lawyers. Retain lawyers, you need that. You know, you just never know. And again, a lot of us, not me, because of situations like that, I've always kept that in mind. I've always done my best to come back to the house, you know, because I got to protect my family. My house is loaded with, so depending on where you break in through, you might get hit with something crazy, you might get hit with something light. You know, it depends. I really don't got nothing light, so you're going to get hit with something crazy or crazier. Just putting that out there. So, you know, situations like that, you know what I mean? And all right, cool. You're working, you're moving the way you're supposed to move, but what about your family? You know, and this is where that legal shield comes into play. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that if you go catch bodies and do whatever the hell you need to do, you know, you untouchable, hell nah. You know, it's peace of mind. You'll be fine. You know, I do want to put this out there. They're not gonna, you know, as far as that goes, they're not gonna just pretty much spoil you. Like, don't think you could get tinted windows, crazy music, and they're gonna handle that for you. That's on you. You know, if you're doing something illegal, they will charge you. That's separate. You know, they don't cover stuff like that. You know, so don't be out here wilding. You gotta walk a straight line. You know what I mean? So, you know, consider that. You know, again, safety. No one's Superman. I have yet to meet somebody that's Superman. So anybody could be touched. I don't give a shit who you are. You could be the biggest. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson got his ear bit off. You know what I mean? That right there tells you a lot. Nobody's safe. You know, you never know where you at, especially if you're over the road. And it's crazy too. Like I said, a lot of people talk smack about Gary, Indiana. And this happened to me it looked like a white neighborhood. I'm from the hood, so I kind of, you know, I have an idea of what a decent neighborhood looks like. This looked like a white neighborhood. And like I said, Duke was white. He wasn't even, you know, I'm not trying to do no race shit, but like I said, anybody would get it to you. You know what I mean? That's what this message is about. You never know who's watching you. You know, the last thing I was thinking was somebody was going to try to run up on me. Because for the most part, when I tuck the hammer on the side, I like it to poke out. This way people know. You know, you could try something, but it could go bad for you. You know, you kind of risking it. You know, I like to let people kind of know. You know, they say, oh, it's good to tuck it in. Don't let them know. I don't know. You know, like, you never know. For the most part, look, right now I'm dressed in fatigues. I'm looking like I just came from Saudi Arabia, from Iraq or something. You know what I mean? Plus, the gun matched the outfit. Thank you. So y'all want to stay safe out there. Make sure you keep it on you. The lawyers, you know, I'm gonna do a separate video and go into depth with the U.S. CCA gun carry permit. We're definitely gonna do a separate video on that. I got a lot of questions in regards to that. We're gonna dive into one of those, into that video, into that app. You know, I'm gonna show you how the functions, how it works, etc. But legal shield, you guys, I recommend that, you know, for situations like that. Like I said, you never know what situation you're going to run into. You never know what's going to happen to you out there. You know, it's better safe than sorry. And again, accidents, you know, aside from having a camera, now you got a lawyer to back you up. You know, the lawyer's going to be like, oh, this is a layup. Give me that. You know, we got this. You understand? So food for thought. Stay safe out there. I'm super tired. I'm going to go eat and crash out. Cheers. This is juice, by the way. Call language.